So ito po yung headline natin mga kaibigan. Sabi po dito, Azurin held by Canadian Immigration over abuses under Duterte. Former Philippine National Police PNP Chief General Rodolfo Azurin Jr. was reportedly questioned by immigration authorities upon his arrival at the Langley Airport in Canada about the drug war of Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte. Okay. So, ito po yung babasahin ko lang po sa inyo dito po, sabi po dito, former Philippine National Police PNP Chief General Rodolfo Azurin Jr. was reportedly questioned by immigration authorities upon his arrival at the Langley Airport in Canada about the drug war of former President Rodrigo Duterte. Sources told the Star that Canadian immigration authorities were reportedly interested to know the details about the Duterte drug war and even asked Azurin about incumbent senators allied with the previous administration. Contrary to reports, the same sources said that Azurin was not deported but opted to take a flight back to the Philippines to avoid further harassment by immigration authorities. He was not deported. He opted to return to the country while Canadian authorities were still verifying results of his interview. There was no deportation. Yun ang sinabi daw po, no? Azurin, although confused by the questioning, obliged and cooperated with the immigration officers, the source said. Not deported. Azurin denied he was not deported by the Canadian government, saying he would address the issue soon. In due time, I will issue my statement and face the media to tell what happened, Azurin said in a statement released to journalists yesterday. He said he suspects that the police general was one spreading lies about his supposed deportation. He expressed belief that the same police general tipped the Canadian immigration by concocting half-truths and lies in the hope that he would be deported. The Canadian Immigration Office was apparently informed in advance about Azurin's arrival as officers were waiting for him upon disembarking from the plane, sources said. The same sources refused to elaborate on the circumstances surrounding the matter, pending reactions from concerned agencies here in Canada. Given the chance, he will tell his story at the proper time. Azurin colleague who requested anonymity told the Star in a separate interview. The colleague said Azurin is currently abroad to attend to personal engagements. Reports circulating over the weekend until Monday said Azurin was accosted and deported from Canada. Philippine authorities have yet to comment on the issue. The Bureau of Immigration said it is not in a position to confirm or deny reports about Azurin's alleged deportation from Canada. During a press conference yesterday, Bureau of Immigration spokesperson Dana Sandoval said she could not confirm or deny anything because it was an action done by the Canadian Immigration. Asked for any available information about Azurin's travel, Sandoval said the BI has records of his departure and arrival, but this could not be shared due to the data privacy. We have that on record, but we have not received any information about his alleged deportation, Sandoval said. She said it is not mandatory for other countries to inform the Philippine immigration about their deportation proceedings. Sandoval said, although some countries and airlines do provide data, there have been no information or updates regarding Azurin's supposed deportation. Azurin, who retired in April this year after serving as a top cop for 8 months, was the first PNP chief appointed by President Mark Roque. He was succeeded by General Benjamin Acorda. During his term, Azurin led the investigation of the narco generals, which prompted the PNP and the National Police Commission, NAPOLCOM, to conduct lifestyle checks and background investigation on close to 1,000 police officers, from colonels to generals. The lifestyle check and the background investigation on the alleged narco generals were recommended by Interior and Local Government Secretary Benhar Abalos, who chairs the NAPOLCOM. Asked to comment on the allegations about Azurin, Abalos told the Star that his office was still verifying that matter with legitimate sources. I have no knowledge about Azurin's incident, Abalos said in text messages to the Star. In July, Marcos accepted the resignation of 18 police officials tagged by the PNP advisory group to have allegedly been involved in illegal drugs. These officials were Brigadier Generals Remus Medina, Randy Peralta, and Pablo Labra II, as well as Colonel Rogart Campo, Romel Ochave, Romel Velasco, Robin King Sarmiento, Fernando Ortega, Rex Derilo, Julian Olonan, Rolando Portera, Lawrence Cahipe, Dario Menor, Joel Tampis, Michael David, Egmedio Bernaldez, Rodolfo Alborta Jr., and Martin Sanchez. Prior to this, Azurin was implicated in the issue but was cleared by the Senate panel investigating the alleged cover-up on the major drug haul involving 990 kilos of shabu with estimated value of 6.7 billion in Manila, October last year. So, yun po yung pulat. So, mga kaibigan, dito po sa kaso na to, ito po ipagpapatunay lamang na anytime it could be, possible for these countries na mag-aresto po ng mga tao, specifically po yung mga naging involved or na linked po dito sa bloody drug war, sa war on drugs itong si Rodrigo Duterte. At hindi po ito maikakaila na kinakabahan din itong si Bato de la Rosa at iba pang mga opisyal na mga malapit po kay Duterte. Kaya kailangan talaga nilang mag-ingat dito. Di ba? Kailangan nilang mag-ingat kasi kung hindi po sila mag-iingat dito mga kababayan, ang posibilidad ay anytime, di ba? Hindi sila pwedeng, buti si Azurin pinadeport. Yun lang yung naranasan niya o bumalik siya. Whether na-deport o bumalik, maswerte siya. Pero kasi mga kaibigan, kung maranasan mo mamaya na ito pala'y nakipag-interconnect with the Interpol, pwede ka maaresto. Di ba? So, halimbawa, may war against humanity ka May crime against humanity ka. Pwede kang maaresto. Hindi natin alam kung ano yung pwedeng maging power nitong mga international agency na to or international commission, di ba? Yung ICC. International Criminal Court, di ba? So hindi natin alam kung ano ang kanilang power para po mag-impose nung kanila ring isinusulong na investigasyon. Because, babastusin talaga itong mga opisyal na ito kasi ang Pilipinas mismo binabastos yung naturang korte. Ayaw makipagtulungan. So therefore, hindi nila dadalhin ng giyera dito. Hindi nila dadalhin ng investigation. Ayaw mo makipagtulungan? Fine. We have the power. Paglabas mo ng Pilipinas. You can always deny, decline. You can always run, but you cannot hide. Di ba? Huwag kayo lumabas ng Pilipinas. Okay, hindi kami magpapalabas na kami kontrabida. Di ba? They are international community, my friends. ICC yan International Criminal Court yan. Hindi naman mga bobo yung mga tao na yan, di ba? Hindi mga bobo yung mga tao na yan. So, iniisip ng iba kasi, hindi, no power kayo dito, kayo mga international community, lalo na yung mga mangmang nila supporters, di ba? Sasabihin nila, kayong mga ICC kayong mga ibang bansa, huwag kayong mangyalam, we have sovereignty din daw. Pinapasakay nila ngayon itong mga mangmang dito sa Pilipinas sa word na sovereignty daw, pero pagdating sa China, hindi makapalag, di ba? So kapag ang issue po ay tungkol sa usapin ng pag-aresto dito po sa administrasyon at sa mga tao under the administration nitong si Duterte, sasabihin nila, we have sovereignty, huwag kayong makialam. Di ba? Now, akala nila, mangmang itong mga taga-ICC na to. That they cannot exercise their power outside the Philippines, di ba? So sabi siguro ng mga ICC, sige, akala nyo, kayo matatapang kayong mga supporters nyo dyan sa Pilipinas, dyan lang yan. Kasi alam namin na ginagamit ninyo ang kahinaan ng kanilang isip. Di ba? Pero pag kayo oras na lumabas kayo sa Pilipinas, this is a signal na, hey, lalo na, di ba? Kayong mga mapepera, gusto nyo mag-spend ng money like sa mga Western countries. Western countries like G2, mga mga close allies din yan, di ba? Itong mga first world countries na to mga kaibigan, usually, tumatalima yan. At lalong tatalima yan kasi bakit? Binastos sila nitong si Duterte. Di ba? Remember, kung ano-ano yung mga pinagsasabi ni Duterte sa kanila noong nasa pwesto pa itong si Duterte. Di ba? Sabihan mo ba naman na yung mga puti daw, yung mga puti, mga, pedophile, di ba? Binabastos niya. Isipin mo yon, mumurahin niya yung wala siyang pakialam. That is an insult now. Insult lang yun sa Pilipinas. Gawa mo lang yan dyan sa Pilipinas ka lang pwedeng magganyan. Pero remember na kapag lumabas kayo, you don't have power here. Even Kibuloy, di ba? Di ba? So ngayon, ito ang test. Hamon din natin ito sa mga supporters nitong Duterte na ito. Di ba? Hamon natin sa kanila. Sila naman ngayon pumunta ng Western countries. Di ba? Lumabas-labas ito si Bato, lumabas-labas naman kayo, mabawasan ng yaman nyo. Di ba? Pumapasyal-pasyal naman kayo kung saan nyo gustong mamasyal. Total naman, sabi nyo nga, magagaling naman kayo, matatapak. Wala kayong pakialam sa mga puti, di lumabas kayo. Di ba? Ang point, hindi sila makalabas. Dito lang sila, dyan, Davao, Pilipinas. Oras na mga kaibigan, umikot ulit ng gulong ng kapalaran, hanggang Davao na lang talaga mga Duterte. Di ba, my friends? So, wala na. Yun yung challenge ngayon. Nasaan na ngayon yung mga pinagmamalaki nyo? Si Harry Roque. Ano magagawa niyan? Dito man lang yan magbubunga-bunganga. Kayo, ano masasabi nyo dito sa ating tinalakay ngayong sa paksang ito? Just comment down below. Thank you for sharing, liking this video. And of course, kung hindi ka pa nakapag-subscribe sa ating YouTube channel, please do subscribe para maging updated pa kayo sa mga ganitong uri ng talakayan. Alright.